The EU Directive on Victims' Rights. So this is a directive which applies to all victims in Europe, irrespective of their resident status. So this includes undocumented migrants. So the directive has a huge potential to really change the policies and practices for undocumented victims of crime. So PICUM has seen for a long time from the experiences of its members that when an undocumented migrant is a victim of crime, they face many barriers to report that crime and to get justice and to get accountability. So the Victims Directive means that undocumented migrants will be able to receive information about their victims' rights, should be able to report a crime without any risk, and also should be able to go to court and get accountability for crimes against them. Because we see that the EU Victims Directive has a lot of protections, but these are only as good as the member states interpret them and implement them in laws and policies. So it's a really key moment for PICUM members and other organisations on the ground who are concerned about certain victims who face so much discrimination that they can never get justice, to really engage with national policymakers and authorities who are now tasked with the implementation of the Victims Directive to make sure that the non-discriminatory nature of the directive is understood and that it leads to good policy outcomes. We really rely on our members' knowledge of the national laws and policies, our members' knowledge of what the problems are, and our members' ability to work with partners at national level and engage national authorities on really asking for clear improvements in existing laws and policies. So as PICUM, we're seeing our role as really supporting members as much as we can by giving them information about the directive, making sure they know who to contact and when, and also working with our partners at European level. So for instance, Victim Support Europe, Women Against Violence Europe, network of victim support services and violence against women services, to make sure PICUM members are also engaging with them at national level, and how we can better engage legal professionals at national level, because of course so often the authorities tasked with transposition, it's the Department of Justice who are often taking the lead on this directive. So we really see it a key moment for PICUM members to be engaging progressive lawyers, lawyers working in immigration, lawyers seeing the problems that arise in practice when you have policies that link migration status to access to justice and make that whole process very difficult for undocumented. It's a key moment to engage these types of professionals, to work with them to bring about change, because they speak the language often of these authorities. They can speak about things like positive action measures and clearly understand the obligations which member states now have under EU law.